Hello, and welcome back to Muffet Investment Views. Today, we're delving into a pressing issue that affects every UK citizen, the nation's soaring debt burden. Recent figures reveal a stark reality. The UK's real national debt is projected to hit an astounding £12.1 trillion by 2024 to 25. That's over £180,000 per person, a figure that far exceeds the official forecasts. This information has been taken from the Taxpayers Alliance. Let's break down what this means and why it matters. Since 2021, the real national debt has surged by 25%, rising from £9.6 trillion to £12.1 trillion. This increase is largely driven by unfunded state and public sector pension liabilities, private finance initiatives, and nuclear decommissioning costs, expenses not accounted for in the official £2.8 trillion debt figure. Another alarming trend is the rising cost of servicing this debt. In 2022 to 23, debt interest payments amounted to over £80 billion, accounting for 10% of public sector receipts. This means a significant portion of the government's revenue is being used just to pay interest on the debt, rather than on essential services. The UK has also issued a substantial amount of index-linked gilts, bonds whose interest payments rise with inflation. At 27%, the UK has the highest proportion of inflation-linked debt among G7 countries. As inflation rises, so do the interest costs on these gilts, exacerbating the debt burden. When George Osborne was Chancellor of Exchequer, he gave indemnity to the Bank of England for embarking on the QE program. This indemnity effectively converted the UK government to a floating rate debt which rises with the Bank of England's base rate. So the UK government is paying much higher rates on these bonds than the rates at which they are issued. The bank hold about £830 billion of government bonds, increasing the debt burden. To put this into perspective, the UK's real national debt exceeds the combined economic output of Africa, Central America, Canada, Australia, and New Zealand, which totals £11.8 trillion. This stark comparison highlights the enormity of the debt we're dealing with. The breakdown of the debt is equally concerning. Public sector net debt stands at £2.8 trillion, state pensions at £6.1 trillion, public sector pensions at £2.9 trillion, with private finance initiatives and nuclear decommissioning costs adding significant amounts. So, what does this mean for the average UK citizen? On a household basis, this debt translates to £430,332, over 6 times the average household debt, including mortgages. Each person in the UK effectively carries a debt burden of £180,534. With rising inflation driving up the cost of debt, this burden is set to increase further. The rising national debt and its implications are a wake-up call for policymakers and the public. It's crucial to address the underlying factors contributing to this debt and to develop strategies to manage it sustainably. Stay tuned as we continue to unpack this issue and explore potential solutions. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel for more insights, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Until next time, stay informed and engaged.